It's interesting looking in the work environment, particularly in my environment, which is a sales, commission-based sales industry, and being predominantly male, sports are all around me. And at first, as a young woman in the industry, I didn't get it. I'm like, I'll give you a perfect example. We have our junior sales professionals, and they call them the farm team. And I was like, the farm team this and the farm team that. I'm like, they are not animals. Stop calling them farms. And they looked at me and said, Elke, farm team as in baseball. I'm like, oh. So literally everything is related to sports. But so yeah, I've learned to speak the lingo. Do I want to be one of the guys? Do I want to go bet on games? Do I want to go play golf? No. Now, it might be more advantageous if I did. However, I've also learned that sometimes it's very uncomfortable for the men because, there may be a golf trip and me being the only woman is only going to make them uncomfortable and I don't enjoy it. So I don't go. Could I get more business? Could I get more exposure to the senior executives? Perhaps, but it's something that I choose not to do. But I will tell you, I have learned a lot from men as it relates to sports and how they interact. Because I heard this, I can't give credit to the person that said it, but this is not my original thought. I heard it through either I read a book or I heard a speaker, but men have grown up all their lives in team sports. So from little league to soccer to whatever it is, they've played team sports and they're very cognizant of playing to their space. So for example, a quarterback is not going to go be a fullback. A fullback is not going to try and be a halfback, whatever the hell that means. But point being is everyone knows their position and they play to their strength. And then they go and, play their heart out, metaphorically in the industry of the game, being in my instance, in my industry, the transaction, a real estate deal. They go play the game, they put on their uniform and get in the mindset and they negotiate, and it can become very tough, and yet once it's over with, they get it out, they shake hands, they leave. Women, on the other hand, more from my generation, we grew up with individual activities. And quite frankly, of my generation, it wasn't even sports. It was ballet, it was tap, it was gymnastics. It wasn't even called gymnastics, it was called acrobats. But my male counterparts, even as children, they were on Little League, they were on, football, pony league, whatever. So even at that age, they understood playing to their position and playing to their strength. Women, individual sports, you're seeing it now, more team sports. You're seeing young women on baseball teams and soccer teams and stuff. So they're at an advantage. But when I came up, it was from a standpoint, if, a woman got too high, the other women would pull her down. Whereas the men, one got up, they're like, yay. So I think in that regard, I've learned a lot about just communication, about environment, about how you work within the dynamics of an in particular industry. I've learned a lot, quite frankly, through sports.